and Abby, they are working in the same office. After weekend, Monday morning, they are meeting and how they are formally greeting each other and then the farewell. Let us understand by the conversation between them.
Good morning, Miss Abby.
Good morning, Mr. John.
How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
How was your weekend?
Very well, thank you. What about yours?
My weekend went very well. I went to the beach.
I see. It was a pleasure talking to you. See you next time.
Sure, have a great day.
Thank you and you too.
John starts his conversation with how are you today? This is breaking the ice, that is initiation of the conversation. How are you today is a formal way of saying how are you. How are you is a widely commonly used way to initiate the conversation, but how are you today is a bit formal. Whenever we say how are you today, that means it is a general greeting. That is, to start the conversation, you need to greet somebody. And also, this same phrase is inquiry into the other person's health or state of being. That is, how are you today? Initiation of the conversation, general greeting, and inquiry. There are other ways to say how are you today, like how are you, as I said, simplest and easiest. How are you? How do you do? How are you doing? How are you doing today? So how are you doing and how are you doing today? Just adding today will make a bit formal. How are you doing is also formal. Then how are you feeling today? If you know someone and he or she is not well or has some problem, then you can ask, how are you feeling today? John, when he asks, how are you today, to Abby, Abby responds by saying, very well, thank you. Now, very well, thank you. She is saying that I'm good, I'm doing well, and thank you is to reciprocate because somebody is asking about your well-being. So you should say thank you. So very well, thank you is a polite response, very common greeting. Whenever we ask, how are you? How are things? And how are you doing? So whenever somebody asks you this question, very well, thank you is a legit, polite response to all these common greetings. You can also say very good, thank you. I am good, thank you. So I am fine. Now mostly people use this I am fine. This is a widely used phrase to respond to questions like how are you today? But it is outdated now. So there are certain other ways to say very well, thank you or very good, thank you. How are you going to respond to how are you today? You can say thanks for asking, I'm doing well, I'm doing good. That is, first you have to thank the other person. Good, thanks. And you? I'm good. And yourself? I'm doing well. And you? Good. How about you? Not bad. How are you? If some problem is there, you're not feeling well, you can always say, it has been a rough day or it has been a rough week, depending upon which day you are talking about. Then as I said, I am fine, thanks. How about you? Fine is not generally used, but it can be used in certain cases. There is a thin line between formal and informal conversation. So I am fine is also good. So you are always asking about the other person, you, yourself. That is, you are thanking and you are also reciprocating. That is, you are giving it back. Okay, I'm good. What about you? John asked the question, how was your weekend? So they are meeting in the morning. So weekend is basically a period from Friday evening till Sunday evening. Some people say it is till Monday morning. So weekend is that period. And this time is in the Western world is a time for leisure. That is 5 days they work hard and then 2 days they take rest, do their other work. So there are other ways of saying how was your weekend. That is, if you're asking it after the weekend, that is Monday morning. So you can ask, what did you do over the weekend? That is Saturday, Sunday, what did you do? Did you have a good weekend? Was it good? Saturday, Sunday, how was it? How did you spend your weekend? So you need to know more information. How did you spend your weekend? How are you doing today, this morning or today morning? How are you feeling this morning? So this last two lines can be used any day, devoid of any day. Means it has not to be always morning, Monday morning. John asks, how was your weekend? Abby says, it was great. It was good. Thank you. What about yours? So weekend is all about Saturdays and Sundays. It can start from Friday evening till the Monday morning, but especially Saturday and Sunday, these days are included. So this is the weekend, a time of leisure, a time where you take rest from the work, a time where you can give that time to yourself. It can be me time, it can be family time. So there are certain ways. How are you going to respond to how was your weekend? It was great. Thanks. It was great. Thanks for asking. My weekend was good, pretty well. How about you? So all these first three is it was good. Tell me about your weekend. You can also say it was relaxing. I'm ready to tackle the upcoming week. That is, you are talking about the whole week which is coming. So you have taken rest and now you are good to go for this upcoming week. Or you can tell whole scenario like did some grocery shopping, hung out with friends. How about you? In every question, try to include how about you or what about you. That is the whole conversation. My weekend was fantastic. Thanks for asking. My weekend went very well. I went to the beach. This is how John responds to his weekend. Now Abby says, I see. It was a pleasure talking to you. I see is a very small phrase, but people generally use it whenever they want to show that they are into this conversation. So I see, after that the Abby is concluding the conversation. It was pleasure talking to you. So I see is generally used to show that you are paying attention to what John is saying or someone other is saying, and then you are also paying attention and understanding it. You can use I see after each sentence said by the other person. I see, that is, I understand, I am attending. Then Abby says it was a pleasure talking to you. Pleasure talking to you is a very friendly, very good, very polite and humble way to close and wrap up the conversation. That is, you just don't say, okay, see you, bye. You don't say that. You say, it was a pleasure talking to you. That is, you need the other person to know that I was pleased to talk to you. The other way is to say, it was a pleasure talking to you. That is, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Please remember, in American English, we use with. In British English, we use to. It was a pleasure speaking to you in British English. So this is with you because we are talking about the American English. It was a pleasure speaking with you. It was a pleasure speaking with you today. So you just added the day. It will add more, weight to your response. It was nice talking to you. It was great seeing you. It was good talking to you. When you meet someone who is senior to you or you have all the respect for the other person, you may say, it was an honor to speak with you. Honors to speak to you. Now, Abby is on the verge of conclusion of the conversation. So she says, see you next time. So what is that? See you next time? Because before that she has said it was a pleasure talking to you. See you next time This means you expect to see them again. Because if you are in an office together, colleagues, if you are in a university together, you will be meeting often. So that is how you say see you next time. So see you next time is also a very friendly, very polite, very humble way to close, conclude, and wrap up the conversation. There are other ways to say see you next time, like see you later, see you soon, talk to you later, have a nice day. That means in all these that you want to meet that other person later and have good feelings for the day. Have a good one. Now in America and Canada, you'll see that people always say have a good one. So this is similar to see you next time, see you later, or have a nice day. Especially have a good one is equivalent to have a nice day. It was nice to see you again. When you meet someone again, you can say it was nice to see you again, and it was nice seeing you. And a bit informal way, but it can be used formally also, like goodbye for now, bye-bye for now. I look forward to our next meeting, especially while you have a meeting in very formal ambience. I look forward to our next meeting is that to be used. See you next time. I look forward to our next meeting. Sure, have a great day. Now, John is responding to see you next time from Abby. John is also concluding the conversation, so he's saying, have a great day. Have a great day is again a way to wrap up the conversation. So this is used when you are expressing positive feeling about the rest of the day. In the morning till the afternoon hours, you can always say have a great day. You don't say have a great day in the evening because the day is already about to over. So have a great day is a good way to wrap up the conversation in a very polite and humble way. Have a great day is a commonly spoken expression, and this is for conclusion of a conversation, as I indicated, wrapping up the conversation in a good way, polite way. Have a great day, have a nice day. So there are other ways to say this. Have a good way, have a nice day, have a pleasant day. So good, nice, pleasant, these can be exchanged. Have an amazing day. I hope your day goes well. That is, in all these, you want the other person to have a good day. I hope you have a wonderful day. So this is just the change of words, good, nice, pleasant, amazing, wonderful. These are just wordplay, but in all these, I hope you have a great day, have a great day is essentially you want to say that. Abby is not now actually concluding the conversation, thank you, but she is also adding you too. When John says have a great day, Abby says thank you and you too. Always reciprocate, always say thanks and then you too. This is how you converse. So thank you, sorry, excuse me, these are the words you generally use every time. So thank you is used to express the gratitude when someone does something for you or gives you what you want or anything which makes you happy and feel good. Thank you has to be used every now and then, again and again. But if you say thanks, this is also good. But this is an informal way because thank you is a polite way. I'll tell you how you can make this thank you more polite. So there are other ways to say thank you. If you're writing some letter, if you're writing, say, some article, all these, you can write much obliged, much appreciated, I'm grateful, I appreciate it. So mostly in America and Canada, people just say appreciated. So that is a way of saying thank you, appreciate it. So this can be used every now and then. I owe you one. Now this may be some, tricky, you cannot speak it all the time. Thank you very much and thank you so much. These two are the key. Rather than saying thank you, just say thank you so much or thank you very much.